behind him.
This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that anytime they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
1 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
He'll drop to throw. He's got time, and that is incomplete here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
They're going to look to throw. He's got time in the pocket, finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Looking to throw. Finding time. Wide open receiver complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 13 yards down to the 13.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for third and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their big tight end with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he knocks it through. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Now a handoff looking right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And as the numbers show, last week good, this week not as good. My question to you ready?
Yes, please hit me.
Why?
Because last week, he was able to find the seams in defenses, and the ball was delivered before a second guy could get there and make a play on it. This week, those seams aren't even there. The coverage has been really tight. The second guy's arrived early. Not a chance for him to get the ball into those tight openings. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here we go now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
A dime look defensively. Big play coming on third and goal.
They can still blitz out of this look.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes the Jags defense as they get back out there. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which will be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic about only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, it could have. Now can they carry that over? That throw good for 4. It's second down. And with this drop-off from last week, you know, a guy of his caliber, he doesn't take this very well, does he?
No, not at all. And right now it's a matter of who wants to even be around him at this point, and who can be around him maybe to help him settle down or just to listen to him a little bit and let him vent so he can get it out of his system. It's just such a stark difference from what we saw last week.
Yeah.
You've mentioned many times before how impressed you are with his footwork, his decision-making, his reads. For me, his overall athleticism last week, escaping the pocket and creating big plays. We're not seeing that so far. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll bang that one through. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch 80. Watch 80. Single. Here we go. Blue landing.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Hey, we got three. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. And sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like this play? You don't like that play? And that helps them formulate what they're going to do. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They come out here in the eye. They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Right, I have to say, in that situation, they're lined up for a running play. It's only 3rd and 2. Some element of the pass, but that was really well blocked.
Probably call those gravy plays, right, if you're the offensive coordinator?
No doubt about it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Jags defense now as they head back out there. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Let's see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the pickup, and the Colts are going to have a first.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right, your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Deep drop. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Going right side here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 22 on that one. And the Jags are going to have a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid, and another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Let's go. Green, 39. Green. Ah!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Third down and 1.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
They come out here in the eye.
Lucky 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And his kick here is good. And the Jaguars have won the game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.